Hey YouTube! Today, we are diving into Psycho 4, The Beginning, the final installment of the Psycho franchise. This one's a bit different. It ignores the events of the previous two sequels, and instead focuses on a fascinating psychological exploration, penned by the same screenwriter as the original 1960 classic. In fact, it's practically a psychology textbook disguised as a horror film. The movie unfolds primarily through a radio interview. We have a man who murdered his mother, his maternal grandfather, who, by the way, thinks his daughter was a total bitch and deserved it, and psychiatrist Leo Richmond, author of a book on matricide. Richmond recounts the story of a man who killed his mother and essentially became a clear reference to Norman Bates. Then, bam! A phone call. It's Norman himself, under an assumed name, ready to spill his guts. Norman's confession is chilling. His first victim, a girl who tried to seduce him. His dead mother, from beyond the grave, ordered him to kill the slut, a scene that serves as a cautionary tale against teenage sex. He emphasizes the importance of education over early sexual experiences. Interestingly, Norman comes across as intelligent and rational, not your typical raving lunatic. He's even married and seemingly happy, suggesting the radio interview stirred up deeply buried emotions. This anonymous setting allows him to open up. He doesn't blame his mother, in fact, he loves her. But her controlling nature, constant undermining, and occasional humiliation created a toxic environment. He talks about the pervasive desire to control those weaker than ourselves, especially loved ones, something many of us might relate to without realizing it. There was also an unhealthy dynamic between mother and son, a subtle, unspoken seduction followed by punishment for his natural reactions. He insists, however, that it wasn't incest, otherwise, he claims, he wouldn't have killed other women. He attributes his issues to genetics, citing his mother's volatile, psychopathic personality. Her behavior was erratic, one moment showering him with affection, the next cursing his very existence. Her affair with another man felt like a betrayal, a significant trigger in his descent. The twist. The radio host discovers Norman plans to kill his pregnant wife, not out of hatred, but out of fear of passing on his abnormality. He believes his mother's psychological abuse created the monster he is, and he's unsure if his child will inherit his tendencies. It raises a crucial question: how heritable is a predisposition to serial killing? Ultimately, his wife convinces him that they can love and support their child, leading Norman to finally bury his mother deep within his subconscious. So, the verdict? A fitting end to the franchise. Strangely, I found myself sympathizing with, even respecting, Norman in this installment, a stark contrast to previous films. The movie cleverly portrays a seemingly charming individual capable of horrific acts, suggesting that the blame lies not solely with the killer but also with their upbringing. I've personally known someone whose mother exerted similar control well into adulthood. Norman's story, while exaggerated, rings true in its portrayal of the devastating effects of parental manipulation. It's a powerful and thought-provoking conclusion.